Hello, everyone, and welcome to the launch of what I hope to be a weekly series on this channel, some sort of curated journey through the worlds of astrology, art, and the archetypes. My name's Sophia. I'm an archetypal astrologer and visual artist. I live in France, and you might have noticed or not that this channel has been around since 2013, but let's just say that it's been enjoying a rather extended sabbatical. But yeah, I have my moon in Gemini, the ever curious collector of knowledge, as we all know about Gemini. And it has been urging me to dust off the digital cobwebs, books, events, information of uh, various sorts. It really insists, pushed by Jupiter, because Jupiter is in the sign of Gemini. It's transiting through the sign of Gemini at the moment. So why keep all that good stuff to myself, right? So I'm thrilled to bring you a weekly roundup, a sort of directory of resources featuring new releases and upcoming book releases, but also my favorite nonfiction books on subjects like astrology, alchemy, nature writing, poetry, mythology, psychology, art, all that good stuff that I like, and maybe you too. And I will also be spotlighting some online events like webinars and courses that you might be interested in particular those delving into astrology, but also Jungian and post-jungian psychology and art. Um, Plus, I also would like to introduce you to some artists whose work resonates with these fascinating themes, contemporary artists, but also artists from the past. So I'm really excited to share this curated space with you. But please bear with me because it's been a while that I haven't been on YouTube, so I'm a little out of practice. Um, I wanted also to say that you can find my weekly archetypal horoscope here in this channel. It's called Star Alchemy. It's an archetypal horoscope that I upload every weekend. So if you like this channel, if you like this video, if you will like what you'll see at the end of this video, give me a thumbs up or subscribe, leave me a comment so that I can be more visible to more people and to bring you more information on next episodes. So let's dive in. So let's start with a new book release that is going to uh, happen on the 14th of April. Here we are at the Wessex Astrologer, the publisher. What? Yeah, publishing some of the best astrologers in the world, and I do believe so. I really love their books. There are amazing books by many gifted astrologers, and this one on April is by Liz Green. She is a very well-known astrologer, psychological astrologer. So the book is called By Jove, The Meaning of the Astrological Jupiter. And it is a book of transcriptions from 3 seminars given by Liz Green to CPA and MISPA students in 2021. And I'm going to read you a little bit about the description. So Jupiter has been perceived for centuries as the greater benefic, and many astrologers assume that this planet will always herald good fortune, opportunities for betterment, and material and emotional rewards. Sometimes this interpretation is entirely valid. At other times, it isn't. Jupiter's expression in an individual life and on a collective level is rarely simple and sometimes anything but benefic, and Jupiter transits can reveal a contradictory picture. I really do like this because when you are starting to study astrology, you have this idea that there are uh, good planets, not so good planets, good signs, not so good signs, good aspects, not so good aspects. And when you really start to delve more deeply into astrology, into your studies, you understand that it's not that way. The archetype, any archetype, is whole, and it will express both ways. So I have seen in my practice as a professional astrologer, I have clients, and also in my life, I have seen and lived transits of Jupiter. There are very loud because, yeah, Jupiter is that expansion archetype. So it can expand many things and even things we don't want to be expanded. So I do love this idea of a book about Jupiter that encompasses the whole of Jupiter. So the book is 26 pounds. And what they say here when you arrive at the Wessex Astrologer website and you go to the page of by Jove, they say if you are outside of the UK, it's preferable to try to buy the book by your usual bookseller because the shipping is really expensive from UK. But sometimes that's not even possible. So what it's possible, it's by Amazon. So I'll give you here the link below. I will put all the links that of all the books and events, everything that I'm going to talk to you about in this episode. You will find the links below. So you can see that the paperback will be available from April 14th. If you are in the UK, you have a discount at the moment, so I don't know if it's available for other countries. I'm not in England, I'm in France, so I don't have that discount. But if you do, take advantage of it. The other book that I would like to talk to you about is a book that has been around for a while. You can see that it was released in 2018. But I really would like to point out that if you are a student of astrology, really starting at the beginning, I mean, if you all that you know are sun signs, this book will be a good book to delve a little more into astrology and not be how do you overwhelmed by all the complexity that astrology entails. So this book, Astrology Using the Wisdom of the Stars in Your Everyday Life, is a good book if you would like to learn as you can see, this is Leo, the sign. You have many expressions of the archetype. This is also a good book for if you have someone in your life that wants to delve a little more deeply than only the sun signs and learn more about the planets, the houses, how everything works in a natal chart, for example. This is a good book to do that, and especially also because it is very colorful, it's funny, it's bold, and it's serious. So I really like this book for that. Another book that I would like to talk to you about today is a book that just came out last week on March 20th. It's called Weathering or Withering. I don't know, but if you know, let me know. But I think it's Weathering, Earth Wisdom for Hopeful Living. And it's a book by the psychotherapist and geologist Ruth Allen. I have not read her books yet. I don't know if she has other books that came out before. But I read the description of this book and I really loved it. And it's a book that it's in that category of nature writing. So I'm going to read you a little bit about the description of this book. Rocks and mountains have withstood aeons of life on our planet, gradually eroding, shifting, solidifying, and weathering. We might spend a little less time on Earth, but humans are also weathering, evolving, and changing as we're transformed by the shifting climates of our lives and experiences. So, what might these ancient natural forms have to teach us about resilience and change? In a stunning exploration of our own connection to these enduring forms, outdoor psychotherapist and geologist Ruth Allen takes us on a journey through deep time and ancient landscapes, showing how geology, which has formed the bedrock of our own adult life and approach to therapy, can offer us a new way of thinking about our own grief, change, and boundaries. I really like this idea of mixing nature writing with therapy and psychology. And another thing that I really do like is that when we are, how can I say, studying astrology, and this is something that I say to my students, is that you have to be able to see the archetypes, the astrological archetypes everywhere, not only by learning from the actual astrology books, but also from everywhere. And this book speaks to me a lot about Saturn. Um, you can see that the words that are being used are very Saturnian: rocks and mountains, eroding, solidifying, enduring forms, ancient landscapes, and the idea adult life also, and also grief and boundaries, of course. So all of that is very Saturnian-like. And I really do appreciate this idea that we can learn the astrological archetypes everywhere and we can see them everywhere. So if we develop that idea that I might say it's the archetypal eye, if we can find the archetypes, the astrological archetypes in particular, everywhere, we are able to have another relationship with the astrology. So I really like that. So this book is £9.79, £9.79 if you are in the UK, with a big discount at the moment of less 11%. You can have it on hardcover, paperback, or audiobook. And then I would like to also talk a little bit about this book because I love this book. This is, I guess, my favorite. If I if I if I should choose, I would choose this one as my favorite nonfiction book of all times. The Book of Symbols: Reflections on Archetypal Images by Taschen. This is a wonderful book to learn again about those archetypes that we can see everywhere. You have, it's a big book, and you have a lot of information. You can think of a word, an image. You go to the book, and I'm sure you'll be able to find something that connects to that image and to that word that you are looking for. There are photos, there are art, there is art, there is also many images from different cultures, and I really do love this book. Also for when I'm working with dreams and trying to understand my dreams. I don't have it, and I also don't recommend a dream dictionary. I feel that this book of symbols, it's enough, and it's a lot more. It also helps you on your imagination, on your description on the description of things that you are thinking about. It doesn't give you something that is already mashed like a dream dictionary would. So I really don't recommend a dream dictionary when you are working with dreams, especially on a Jungian, at a Jungian level. But the Book of Symbols, of course, and yes. So this book is 23.96, 20% discount on in the UK. Again, you can buy it on Amazon or on your local bookshop. Then I would like to stay in the Taschen publisher because this is another book that they have published. It's called The 12 Steps, Symbols, Myths, and Archetypes of Recovery. And it was written, and the photos, the images on the book were collected also by Kiken Masara. She's a psychotherapist, I think, and in collaboration with Aras, the Archive for Research in Archetypal Symbolism. So this is a wonderful book. The book, it's here. You can see it here. The 12 steps, the 12 steps is the program of recovery for people with addictions, alcoholism, but it also has expanded into other types of therapy. And this is the idea that images, that myths, that archetypes can also help us to recover. So I really, as you can see, this is the idea is again is much like the Book of Symbols, but in regards to the 12 steps. You have wonderful symbols, wonderful art. This is William Amershoy, my favorite painter of all times, a Danish painter. William Blake. I think this is Dionysus Bacchus. So you have the first step, admit powerlessness. Again, photos. The 10th step, be mindful. Photos from other cultures. Oh, this is a wonderful image. This is the painting The Monk by Caspar David Friedrich, which is an amazing painter. I did a blog post on my Substack that you can find about the transits that were going, the astrological transits that were going on in his life, in his chart, during the years that he painted this painting. If you want to go, I will have the link below. So yeah, myths of transformation. And the idea is that in this video, for 1 hour and 30, you have Kikan Masara that is explaining what she did and what the book is about. I really like this. Also, you can subscribe to the channel. Sometimes they have other talks that are very interesting. They also have old talks that I found were also interesting. So Aras Archive and the 12 Steps book by Taschen. Then I would like to go to the online events. So this is an online event at Isar. Isar, it's the International Society for Astrological Research. And if you are a member, you can have access to their talks. There are several per month. And you also have access to the previous talks that are all in an archive, and there are hundreds of them. There are 300 or 400. I can't recall. And you have astrology talks about any subject you can imagine, and you also have talks from astrologers, not only who speak English, but also from other parts of the world, and they are subtitled, so you can also have access to that knowledge that from other places of the world. So I find that very interesting. You can of course, as I said, be a member and have access to all that. Or if there is a webinar that interests you, you can also just pay for that webinar. This one is 19.99, and I thought this webinar was very interesting. It's by Frida Hilahi. It will be she will give this talk on Sunday, April 6th, so it's next week. And the topic is Cosmic Reflections, Bridging Planetary Energies and Positive Psychology. And this lecture shows how astrology can go beyond deterministic interpretations to become a powerful tool for self-reflection and personal growth. By interpreting planetary energies through the lens of established astrology and translating them into science-based concepts from positive psychology, I demonstrate how astrology can bridge esoteric wisdom with modern science. Learn how the horoscope can serve as a life compass, helping you connect with your values and navigate a meaningful, fulfilling direction in life. I find this very interesting, so I thought that maybe it would be interesting to you too. I really love Isar, as I said, and I will also be giving a talk at Isar by the end of the year, but I will talk about that in a next video. And to stay on the webinars, this is another organization that I love, OPA, and that I am a member of. OPA is the organization for professional astrologers, and they have many monthly and seasonal webinars, talks. They have, as you can see, summits. They have speaker series. They have workshops. They have transit talks. This is one every month. It's if you are a member, some of them are free. Others you have to add there is an added cost. And this is a speaker series, and it's $15 for non-members. So I really like this talk that is going to be held on March 30th by Joy Vernon, and it is about the four elements. So experiencing the four elements to bring the chart to life. Entire books have been written about the four classical elements: fire, water, air, and earth, but study as we may, book learning will never give us the visual experience of the elements that ultimately brings these archetypes to life. By engaging the living elements, we create chart delineations that are dynamic and relevant. And in today's talk, we'll invite the four elements through meditation and invocation. By calling forth these esoteric qualities, we deepen our connection with the spiritual energy that underlies the chart and animates our practice. I find this very interesting because when you are studying astrology, you start to know, to understand that the four elements are a very foundational pillar to the astrology. And we learn about the four elements, and then there is this idea when we go further on our studies, or when we become a professional astrologer, that there are other things more important. But it is so important to come back to the basics. I'm really an advocate for eternal study, if I could say, because it is not because I already know about the four elements that I will not be adding something to that knowledge that I already have. What I really like is to learn from other people and see how that will complement what I already know and enrich my practice also. So if it's something that interests you on a professional level, or if you are only starting astrology, I think this will be a good idea. This webinar will be a good idea. Then I would like to talk to you about this is a reading group that is going to start on April 3rd, and that will go until May 15. As you can see, there are several sessions, 7, one per week. And this is given by the Jung Archademy. Jung Archademy is an online organization where you can have live classes, video courses, and they have a wonderful program. So this one is about the heroine's journey. I don't know, but I think you do. That in the 40s, Joseph Campbell, mythologist, wrote the book, The Hero's Journey, that served as like a template for many books, many film. As for George Lucas' Star Wars, for example. And the idea is that there's an hero journey that we are going through. But what I really liked is that Maureen Murdoch, she took that idea and she wrote the heroine's journey because it's not the same thing. She wrote the heroine's journey, and as you can see, from the feminine perspective. So this book has been released many, many years ago, 30 years. So now it's the 30th anniversary edition, and they are doing this reading sessions where we are going to read several pages a week, 25 to 30 pages, and then we come to regroup in small groups of 3, 4 people on Zoom and reflect from the readings and do journaling, drawings, and everything. So I really do love this idea. It will be given by Irina Avdiva. I don't know if I'm correctly saying that. And yeah, this is oh, something that is very important is that it's in live sessions only. There will not be recordings. So if you are outside the US, I don't know if the time zone is good for you. It is not for me here in Europe. So yeah, you'll have to check that out if you're interested. And it's 67 euros, $67, sorry. Next, another webinar. This one is a free one, a free webinar by Fates and Graces Mythologica. I really love this community of mythologists. The Fates and Graces are a team of mythologists supporting the work of mythological studies in the world. We began by organizing the Fates and Graces Mythologium conference from 2019 to 2023. As of 2024, the International Society of Mythology is organizing the Mythologium, and the Fates and Graces are refocusing on all new mythological events to support the myth community's reading, writing, and careers. So they have several webinars and workshops, and the next one is this one that I'm really interested in. It will be on April 5th, 10 a.m. Pacific time. It is about the book that Margaret Ann Mendenhall, I don't know if I'm spelling that correctly, wrote, which is called Vox Eurydice, The Ascent of the Female Rescuer in German Language Opera. And this is a mythological in-depth psychological analysis written from a feminist perspective on the emergence of the theme of rescue stories, and is specifically plots where a female heroine saves a male character, which arose in German language opera during the roughly 100 years that spanned the lifetimes of Amadeus Mozart, Van Beethoven, and Wagner. So I really like this idea. You can see it here that Susan Rowland, who I don't know if she's still a teacher at Pacifica, but I think she is. There are several webinars that she has done on creativity that I really liked. So she wrote this about the book. Vox Eurydice is a stunning work of revisionary feminism in reimagining the major works of opera that narrate the archetypal myth. Orpheus fails to rescue his dead wife Eurydice, so unlocking multiple stories of masculine dominance. As opera, there are now explored, contextualized, critiqued, and reframed by this powerfully persuasive book. At last, Eurydice and her sisters have their voice. So, if this webinar is of interest to you, it's free. It's free, so you can check this out. The link will be below and register. And to finish the episode today, I would like to present you to an artist, a contemporary artist. Maybe you already know her. Her name is Rithika Merchant. She is a wonderful artist. She makes, as you can see, drawings, and she uses watercolor. Um, they are bold, they are alchemical, they are symbolic. Her uh, her world, her art world, her artistic world is absolutely amazing. So Rithika is a visual artist from Bombay, India. And she received the BFA in Fine Arts in New York from the Parsons School of Design. And she is at the crossroads of the East and West. Her work reflects her journey as a global citizen. Her art explores both comparative mythology as well as science and speculative fiction, featuring creatures and symbolism that are part of her personal visual vocabulary. She creates bodies of work that visually link to our collective past as well as imagine possible new worlds which we may come to inhabit. Nature plays a pivotal role in our work and is emphasized by the use of organic shapes and unsaturated colors. Her paintings and collages are made using a combination of watercolor and cut paper elements, drawing on 17th century botanical prints and folk art. Yes, her art is absolutely mesmerizing. I love it. You have so many symbols in there. The colors are amazing. It's something that you look for hours. I absolutely love it. It's very inspiring, and I hope it will inspire you too. So, with this, we end this first episode. I hope you liked it. I hope I will be a little more fluid next time. So, bear with me in this first edition, and I will see you back here next week with more information, with more events, with more book releases. And yeah, see ya. Bye.